Okay.
Okay. So now, we with that understanding, you know Yako Hanekom.
Yes.
He's late, we understand that. But can you explain to the commissioners who Yako Hanekom was and what relationship, if any, you had with him?
Yako was introduced me by our officers. He's an informer. He works with different police and security agencies. But my relationship with him became closer because of the information and working with different. He will be able to introduce you to some of the units in the province and what that are skilled in terms of different, that are specializing in different fields. When we worked, there's a time where we even tried to do business with him because he was not employed. He depended on us donating monies, or I don't know, maybe he was getting paid because informers, SAPS is paying informers. With us, it's just we are volunteering, you see, where we wanted to sell cars, me and him. In fact, he was selling cars, you see, but his business was very slow on the sidelines. He approached me and said, no. I was selling clothes, but due to COVID, I call it COVID, yes, I'm no longer going outside the country because China and other areas, you see. Then we agreed that I'm going to give him money, then at least we'll try to, he was buying cars through Facebook. He was very good at cars, then he painted, put fresh rims, part tires, and they were selling very fast. Then I invested something like 100,000 to him. I gave the money that I had from selling clothes. I waited for COVID and so that I go back when I was still this junior officer to sustain myself or my family. But along those lines, he disappeared immediately after giving him money for a week or two. But I was very close to his family. They had 2 kids and the wife. He used to come to my family. Then I approached the wife. The wife said to me, no, Nduna, I forgot to tell you, sir. Yako is in drugs. You see, he told me that you are starting a business, you want to create, want to paint, renovate. That's what he was doing, very slowly. But because of addiction, he couldn't push. I said, no. You see, what's going on?
No, I'm just thinking perhaps you don't need to give us that much of detail. It's more about, did you know him? How did you know him?
Oh.
Yes, I knew him.
Yes, I know him. Yes.
We became business associates. I think that's enough.
But yes, Chair. But he continued to give all the units and work with other people in terms of information.
And also that he was an informer or informant. That should be enough. Yeah.
I didn't hear the last words, Chair.
I was saying, and that he was an informer or informant. I think that sums it up.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes, Ms. Olo.
Thank you. So you refer to him as an informer, and I take it that he provided information relevant to the EMPD, and so far as crime prevention is concerned. Would I be correct?
Yes, Commissioner.
Was he involved in, or did he own a private security firm, or was he in any way associated with such a firm? And if so, what company was that?
I won't know, but he was working with different companies. You see, every time when you meet him, he will come with companies or different people who are in security. I'm not sure what type of company or which company did he work with.
Okay.
But I know that He was very busy in security industry. Very, very busy in security industry.
So as you knew him, did he have powers of arrest? Could he arrest people? Could he confiscate any illicit goods found and cause them to be entered into the SAP 13 or the OB as we have just gone through it?
Yes, I can't answer that.
I say, as you know, knowing his role, would you consider him to have been legally authorized to do so? You are a commissioner, you are a senior member of the EMPD. And what I'm trying to do is try to understand whether Mr. Hanokom was like me. I think you will accept that I possibly don't have powers of arrest and I can't go be confiscating goods on behalf of any unit within the police. So I want to know whether you understood him to be in the same position as I or any Joe Soap, a civilian, or did he occupy any preferential position that gave him powers that the rest of us did not have?
No, he worked with officers, SAPS and EMPD. When they confiscate or when it comes with information, he will work with them. But I've never been in the place where he writes an OP, because I'm not part of those operations where I write an OP.
Okay, I accept
I was never in that space with him.
Okay, I accept he worked with them, but then I would be correct to conclude that you didn't understand that he had certain powers and authority to confiscate illegal goods if located.
Yes, let me say so.
Okay. Now, insofar as the unfortunate death of Mr. Mbense, which you dealt with Advocate Butasedi last year, you filed a statement. You requested and you did file a witness statement.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I would like us to look at that witness statement then so I can obtain clarity. For that purpose, I would like us to go to the exhibit bundle. And your statement in the exhibit bundle is annexure CJC 151. And that should start at page 151, should start at page 77. And commissioners, this was just for convenience, we extracted, you may scribble on that this is Masuku Annexure NMP5 Roman 5. We just extracted it from Ms. Masuku's file for convenience. Are we at page?
NMP?
NMP5, in parentheses, Roman 5.
Thank you.
It starts at page 77, and it's preceded by the usual, I think, warning statement and a form setting out procedural aspects. But your actual statement is to be found at page 92.
Yes.
And at page 93, there is a signature at the bottom there. You confirm that's your signature.
Yes. In fact, that's my statement.
And you confirm that this is your statement that
This
you
is my
filed in this
handwriting,
matter.
yes.
It's not a long statement, and I would propose that perhaps I read the aspects that are relevant for my purposes. I will skip the first paragraph because that's the paragraph that deals with your position, your name, and your other personal details. I then move to the second paragraph, starting with the words early last year, right? You see where I'm reading?
Yes.
Okay. Then it reads, early last year, I was woken up by Mr. Yako around 2 a.m. in the morning telling me to come and see the success of the truck that was recovered in Brakpan or Springs area. I woke up and drove to the area next to informal settlement. He was directing me because I was getting lost, but I arrived. Just a few questions for clarification. The Mr. Yako you referred to there is Yako Hanekom.
Hanekom, yes.
Yes,
Chair.
Then you continue on your next paragraph. On my arrival, I found many vehicles marked and unmarked, including those of private individuals like his, which was red, parked next to the house. He collected me from the vehicle to the house yard next to the gate, where he showed me the white truck with canopy, which was opened in one side, but dark inside. One couldn't see what was inside the truck as he was pointing at it. He told me everything was sorted and managed. The next paragraph, I got frustrated and called him aside because we were standing next to plus minus 9 white males next to the gate. I must mention I shouted at him for waking me up for other law enforcement operation, which was not EMPD, and to tell me everything was sorted. We stood outside the gate for minutes. Then I started to move towards my vehicle, but I suspected that they wanted to take stuff from the truck. I drove towards the next street where he noticed that I am still there parked. He came with his, I think it's big car, and informed me that everything is in order. I then left because I was working the same day, and then it signed. Now, as you have testified, you were called by Mr. Hanekom around 2 a.m. in the morning, telling you to come see the success of the truck that was recovered in Brakpan. Recovered by who?
Sorry?
Who had recovered the truck?
I was not there. The only time I became aware, it was the early hours when I was there. What happened before that, I was not there.
No, you say here he called you to come and see the success of the truck that was recovered. And my question is, the truck referenced here was recovered by who?
He told me, but I don't know who recovered the truck.
Okay.
Yes, Commissioner.
You then said you went to the place, you met up with him, and overleaf, you say, I shouted at him for waking me up for other law enforcement operation, which was not EMPD. That's what you write.
Yes.
Which law enforcement operation, which law enforcement entity dealt with this?
Yes, when I was there, there was SAPS, there was security company, SAPS, EMPD security companies.
SAPS?
Yes, SAPS, let me say so.
Yeah.
Law enforcement agencies, it's SAPS.
Okay.
Yes.
And not
I think you counted EMPD as well.
Yes, I counted, and security companies, because there were many marked vehicles of different security companies.
Why then do you say it was not an EMPD operation if EMPD were there?
Commissioner, every time when there's sub supersedes it's like that, when they're there, they supersede ours. We become, even if I can be a senior, but once subs, for example, when you're doing crowd management, they may have a junior officer, but that officer will be a commander, must liaise with him. It's always like that.
But surely that cannot suggest that EMPD is not part of the operation just because subs will be running the operation. It doesn't mean that the MPD is not part of the operation.
You are correct, that's why I mentioned
it. So why would you say that it's not an EMPD operation?
No, I was not, no, there's no member of EMPD called me or informed me that there's going to be such an operation.
Must you be told of all operations?
Sorry?
You get told of all operations?
Not all, but sometimes they inform me. Most of the times. Let me say 90%
so that cannot be an answer then. If they do not tell you about all, it cannot be an answer to say that you had not been told about this one.
I take it, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And I guess my question, my next question you've answered based on the chair's question. You were not aware of the EMPD involvement in this particular operation?
Yes, yes.
So you responded at 2 a.m. to a call by an informer regarding a truck that he had recovered?
Yes, yes.
Why?
Yako will call you at any time, you see, with the positive information. Yako used to have, when I'm saying used to, but I'll say that, when used to have informations that are correct, good, exactly, and you'll get success out of those operations, of those information that was given. That's why most of police officers or police agencies wanted to work with him, you see. I don't know which skill what skill he was having to get this information, but most of the successes, when you work with him, you'll get successes, you see. And that's how I couldn't, but it was after many calls because I was fast asleep, you see. But when he said, no, there's success, I did know that. When you go to Yako, you'll get something, you see. Then even if you arrive there, you see, you'll be able to wake up and welcome me in there and wake up at what, because there's a success, you see. And you will mention that, no, it's our success. It's not what success, like the one that we call now. It was our success. I was happy that I'm going to wake up. I think it was a Monday, Tuesday, no, let me not mistake. But I will wake up on that day with a good success.
And what were you to do with that success at 2 a.m. in the morning? Were you going to collect the goods?
No, the goods were not collecting them. They are booked.
Now, what were you intending to do by waking up to go there?
You wake up our team of media, wake up our teams to come, and this is a success. And I'm a person who send information to my seniors at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. that we've got this good success. You know, that time I'm a director, we had about either 6, 7 directors. We will always compete, want to outsmart each other, you see. But I know that every time when I give, I was the one that always leading in terms of this information. Because I will sleep, even if it's not, it's about success, Commissioner. I like to put crowd management. They know that when the politician will call or any member of public, if I can wake up, I'll wake up, members will find me there. They know and say, hey, there's this situation. Sometimes they will find me engaging the protesters, and if it's a spontaneous gathering or a march or protest that, no, spontaneous, most of the protests, they don't apply. They wake up raising their grievances. I will jump and, you see. Then it will be me informing the city or informing EMPD managers, informing the local precinct, informing, as the first responder again, I'm trained crowd management, you see. Informing other security agencies that there's this, we need to assist them there and there. Thank you.
So,
Can I just?
Yes, ma'am.
When Yako says to you, our success, the our in that statement, who did you understand him to be referring to when he says our?
You know, to be honest, Commissioner, I didn't even analyze. I just jumped and said, I'm going to see that success.
So you didn't know whether this has anything to do with EMPD?
No,
because he's not a member of the EMPD.
Yes.
So when he says our,
yes,
who do you think he's talking about at that time? You
By
must,
that time
have,
it's
thought, you
going to
must
be
have thought something.
us, maybe in his team, or us, me, and the people that he's working with. But to be honest, I didn't think about that.
So you went even though you didn't think that the EMPD is involved with this?
Let me be honest, I didn't think about that. I just woke up and said, let me rush.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Now, at the moment you woke up and rushed to go see this, quote unquote, our success, did you expect that that success will find its way into some OB and a record or an SAP 13? You must have expected that it will be handed over.
Yes, that's why I've said when I arrived, the first thing I thought of waking up members.
So if you had expected the evidence to be tendered to some police station, I guess, in the area, why didn't you wait for that process to complete and you'll see the success at the police station?
I'm lost. Wait for it whilst I'm sleeping or wait for it when I'm there? Please clarify.
I guess wait for it. I'm trying to understand what drove you to wake up at 2 in the morning. What value did you intend to add to what was happening at 2 in the morning on that site based on Yako's phone call? If it was a successful mission and they had recovered some stolen property, that property, from my understanding, based on my understanding from my engagement with you earlier, would find its way into the SAP 13 record and would be recorded in the OB book of the relevant police stations. So I'm saying if that evidence, the success will find its way, you know for a fact, into an SAP 13 record, why was it necessary for you to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning? And you do say at the end of your statement you were working the same day. Why wake up at 2 in the morning to go?
Crucially, to add to the question, you've just said in response to Commissioner Baloyi, you did not even know whose operation this was. So why wake up at 2 a.m.
Yes.
As Ms. Law is asking?
Thank you, Commissioners. As I've said that Yako will give you a success. Immediately when I was there or when I arrived, I will call the EMPD members. I'll determine which unit that I can get that will take over from Yako, because you can take over. It's a process. You take over an operation, or you take over a scene, or you take over that exhibits or that success, and you book it. In your statement, you'll mention that I got this from this member at this time as an EMPD, this success, and not to book it. It is allowed.
Okay, but we know
in the court of law, they put it in the court roll.
But we know
it has happened many times.
Yes. We know in this instance that didn't happen, at least as far as your statement is concerned.
Yes, you are correct.
EMPD didn't take it over.
Yes, you are correct.
So it gets back to the question, why did you go?
No, I didn't know that they were SAPS members. As I've said that I wanted it to be our success, that's why I woke up. And it's not for the first time, as I've said that, to wake up when I'm called by Yako. I woke up, I can't count, you see. Not even Yako, informers. We've got different informants that will call you. You woke up, or it's during the day or at night.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll call by members who are with the informant too.
Now, I'm more interested in those who are not EMPD members, those who are not police officers,
yes,
that they have the power to wake you up to come see a success.
Yes.
That doesn't find its way into any police record. The success is not recorded in any police record thereafter. And you find that normal. You do it often, as you say. You go just to see.
I'm lost.
We can leave that.
All right. You are called, you are told about success. You do not ask whose success. You do not ask whose operation. You do not ask who's there. You just up and go. Do you want us to believe that?
No, I did that many times, Commissioner. I won't lie to you.
You just up and go.
Yes, different.
No facts. It could have turned out to be nothing. It could have turned out to be a damp squib. You just up and go at 2 a.m. And you want us to believe that. And
you are correct, and it has happened. When you go there, you find that it's not an information. It's this thing that it doesn't even need to.
It turns out that it has happened that it would turn out to be nothing at all.
You are correct.
But you continue doing this, and to the extent of even doing it at 2 a.m., you just do it.
As I've said,
and you want us to believe that that's how you operate.
As I've said that with Yako, most of the time, you will get success, Commissioner. With Yako, most of the time, I repeat, you'll get success.
The operative word being most of the time, meaning even with him, there could be nothing.
It depends. I agree
But still, 2 a.m. None of the questions that I raised when I started engaging you now, none of those questions are answered, and at 2 a.m. you just up and go.
And it's not for the first time, I agree with you. I woke up.
And you want us to believe that?
I did, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Can I just?
Yes, Commissioner.
Go to another question. So you arrived at the scene, you see a truck, you say, open on the one side, the canopy open on one side, and then you say, you then drove out, you moved towards my vehicle, he moved towards your vehicle, but I suspect that they wanted to take stuff from the truck. You remember that's what you say in your statement?
Yes.
So, on your own account, you get called to a scene by a civilian where there's an incident. You attend, you arrive at the scene, you say you suspect, then you move off to the one side because you suspect that they wanted to take stuff from the truck, and you don't record, you don't prepare a record whatsoever of your having attended a scene, what you have seen, and whatever suspicion you may have had. How does it happen?
Commissioners have said that I woke up and rushed there. When I found different law enforcement agencies.
But you did attend a scene. You went there, not in your private capacity, Commissioner Mkhwanazi. You went there as a director in the EMPD. That's the capacity in which you attended a scene. You make certain observations there. You say there are other law enforcement people. You see a vehicle, it is in somebody's property. You suspect that the people that are there want to take stuff from the vehicle. And the following morning, when you get to the office, you don't record any of that stuff at all. It's never known that Brigadier Mkhwanazi or Director Mkhwanazi was at that scene because you don't prepare any document whatsoever about your attendance.
Chair, as I've said that there were subs, I can't take over a scene from subs. I decided to leave everything to them.
I'm not saying you should have taken over the scene. I'm saying you are at a place where you have been called, it's our success. So your informant tells you, this is our operation. And in fact, I think you said to the chair earlier, the MPD was also there when you got there. So your people are there as well. However they got there, which is a conversation that will still be had. But your people are there, you got there, you leave the scene, having observed what you observed, where your informant told you, this is our operation, it's our success. You leave the scene, the following day you file no document whatsoever. There's no record from Brigadier Mkhwanazi who woke up at 2 in the morning to attend to a scene. That can't be normal. Something is wrong with those facts.
Yes.
Something is seriously wrong with those facts.
I think last time I mentioned that what got me angry is that when I communicated, as I've said, it's few minutes, who's this operation, who's it for, and when did it start? Immediately when he said, yesterday at 8 or 9, it made me worse. I said, no, you don't call me for such things. In fact, I spoke many things. I was very angry. You see, when we are done doing your things, that's when you start calling me. You see, I was so disappointed at him. You see.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Chair.
I'm very sorry,
Yes.
very sorry. And who's the they that you are referring to? You suspected that they wanted to take stuff out of the truck. Who are they?
No, there were a lot of people there. And he couldn't give me
So,
clarity.
so according to you, it could have been the SAPS members, it could have been the EMPD members, it could have been the private individuals like Yako who were there.
Yes, Chair.
So anyway,
But in fact, it's him again who didn't give me a tangible thing, you see.
no, this has nothing to do with the tangible thing that you were given or not given now. It's about the people you suspected might take goods out of the truck.
Oh, you're correct, Chair.
So it could have been any one of the many people gathered.
Yes, Chair. Yes, Chair.
And you just left the scene.
Yes, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. It's Constable, right? Keisha Lee Stolz. What's her proper title?
Yeah, you called it correctly.
Constable.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Constable Stolz was part of the specialized services unit that you commandeered, correct?
Yes.
So would she be correct, or would it be correct to refer to you as her commander? Or is there somebody else who would be her commander?
It's just that I'm missing the correct date where their commander resigned. You see, as I've said yesterday, they were having a commander. He resigned. You see, I don't have a specific.
That's fine. So that commander reported to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I was their director.
So she didn't report directly to you?
They reported after the commander resigned. In that time, we didn't replace because we.
Who was that commander?
It's. I will tell you now. The same name is Robert Schulz.
Robert Schulz.
It's SCHULTZ. The same name. So
then, you said that no EMPD member had told you about this operation?
No.
Okay. If we could turn then to Masuku bundle. Masuku, an extra bundle.
Is it the same bundle?
Are you going to deal with someone else now?
Check.
Are you going to deal with someone else now?
No, still on this issue.
Oh, all right.
Just that the documents, unfortunately, are in different places.
Oh, okay. May I just ask this? I hope you are not going to go to it. I hope I won't be disrupting you.
Which is?
It's about what happened between early 2022, because in the second paragraph of Commissioner Mkhwanazi's statements, it says early last year, and he makes his statement in 2023. So I just want to have
Indeed, we can deal with that.
idea of what happened between early 2022 and him
I suggest.
Maybe let me leave it to you.
No, I suggest we deal with it first, because
Yes.
the issue I want to raise
Yes.
and this other annexure can be slotted in anyway.
Thank
So
you.
please go ahead, Chair.
Thank you. Commissioner, after you left the scene in early 2022, it was 2022, because you make your statement in 2023,
Yes.
and you say early last year.
Yes.
You make your statement in 2023,
Yes,
and you say early last year, which
Yes,
is
Chair.
early 2022.
Yeah, correct.
Now, what I want to find out is what happened between the time that you left the scene in 2022 all the way to when you made this statement. What, if anything, did you ever do about this incident?
Yes, remember, Chair, I mentioned last time that I called Yako and said, Yako, you don't call me. Not even the first, the first that my
Let's
name.
leave that. You've seen the truck canopy
Yes.
open, you have your suspicion, and then you leave the scene.
Yes.
What did you ever do, if anything, between then and the time that you made the statement?
Yes, I called Yako, Chair. I mentioned last time, immediately on call, it was on Tuesday, but it was not Monday, because Monday I'm having meetings the whole day. Then I called Yako and said, Yako, you're having an operation there. And that operation, it was not reported and I saw some EMPD police vehicles and everything. He said, no, sir, I was with cash. I called people, you see, and some I don't know, SAPS. I said, call them. I called them and told them that, in fact, I didn't even give them an opportunity. I was still angry. I said, you don't run operation without us knowing or without me knowing, you see, and you call me where you know that it's not even an EMPT success. You know, I was so emotional, Chair, you see. In fact, in that mood, I was not supposed even to address them. And I even chased them away. Then it was quiet. Then I was called then by IPT when I'm back from suspension. You see, they said, we need a statement now. There was a person who died there, and the person who died, we are told that you gave an instruction when you were there, that that person must be moved.
When was it when IPIT called you?
It was 2023. That's why I've said, they even reminded me about the date. Because I didn't take it, I took it as one of the operations, but it became serious.
And are you saying until the time that IPIT called you, you had not heard anything about the person that had died?
No, there was no information. But even IPIT said that they kept it to their six so that they can get the whole information and what. They were so open. They were so open and honest to me when it was 5 or 6 of them, you see. But it was in different issues. But they, Nomsa clarified everything to me, you see. But not in detail, but some of the information they were keeping it, you see. Then they wanted statement immediately. Then that's what I wrote. That's why I've said early last day, because they even reminded me. I said, which accident is that? Or which incident is that? Or which operation was that?
All right, no. Thank you. All I wanted to see is what you knew or did not know between early 2022 and the time that you made your statement. You've clarified. I will leave it to you, Ms. Sillo, as to what happened between early 2022 and the time that the Commissioner made his statement. Thank you.
To the extent that I may have knowledge of that, Chair, I'll happily share it with the Commission.
Thank you.